Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. He was the face of Purity, a beloved actor whose quiet charm once melted millions of hearts. But behind that smile lay a secret the Chinese government desperately wanted to erase. Menglong's sudden death shook fans worldwide. No goodbye. No closure. Just silence. Then whispers began. A mysterious art exhibition. Hidden messages in his paintings. Ties to powerful men in Beijing. Was it really a tragedy? Or something much darker, buried under censorship and fear? Tonight, we're peeling back the curtain into the final days of Menglong, the art that spoke too loudly, and the power that made him disappear. Before the headlines screamed Menglong dead at 36, he was living a quiet but passionate life. Fans knew him as the soft-spoken star of Eternal Love and the legend of White Snake, a man whose eyes could make sorrow look beautiful. But what many didn't know was that you had another love: art. In early 2025, Menglong began preparing for something deeply personal, his first solo art exhibition in Beijing. It wasn't the glossy idol kind of show. No bright colors. No self-portraits in stardom. Instead, his canvases were filled with dark silhouettes, red strokes, and figures that seemed trapped inside invisible cages. He called it voices beneath the water. At first, people thought it was just poetic, maybe inspired by Chinese mythology, or grief from lost roles. But those close to him said otherwise. They said you had grown increasingly distant, talking about how art should be honest, even if it's dangerous. One painting stood out. It showed a hand reaching out from the water, painted in heavy black ink, surrounded by faint outlines of guns and money. At the top corner, the words barely visible, "We all sink the same." Whispers started spreading that you was expressing frustration toward the system, the hypocrisy of power, and how art had become a controlled voice under the party's watchful eyes. Even his Weibo posts began to sound cryptic. Truth drowns when no one listens. Then, just days before the exhibition was set to open, his name vanished. Every promotional post was deleted. The venue's website was suddenly under maintenance. And the next morning, Menglong was found dead in his Beijing apartment. Official reports called it an unexpected medical complication. But fans knew something was wrong. Because within hours, keywords like Menglong exhibition, Beijing art scandal, and censorship were all blocked. That's when the conspiracy began and all eyes turned to the people in power. But what could one quiet artist possibly have done to threaten the most powerful men in China? To understand Menglong's death, we have to go back to the silent walls of Beijing's art world, and the powerful figures lurking behind them. According to multiple online leaks before being swiftly removed, US art mentor had ties to a collective known as the 19th Room. This group was rumored to include painters, journalists, and former party officials who secretly used art as political commentary, masking dissent within abstract forms. One of their exhibitions, allegedly backed by US sponsor, was linked to illegal money transfers involving Cai Chi, a senior Chinese official and close ally of Xi Jinping, and Li Peng Jr., son of the late former premier. The art, it seemed, was just the surface of a much deeper scandal, one involving money laundering and illicit arms trade disguised through art auctions. Insiders whispered that perhaps unknowingly, became a piece of the puzzle. Some believed one of his paintings was used as part of a coded message, evidence that connected elite corruption to international deals. In early March, surveillance footage captured entering the Beijing Art Council alone at night, the last time he was seen alive in public. Days later, his assistant reported strange calls. Anonymous voices warning you to stay silent if you want to live. Then came the night of April 4th. Neighbors reported hearing a crash, then silence. Police arrived hours later too late. By dawn, every mention of his art, his death, and even his name had been wiped from Chinese social media. The party's media machine labeled it a private matter, urging fans to respect privacy and stop speculation. But censorship only fueled the fire. Outside China, global fandoms from Weavers to Reddit exploded with theories. Some fans archived US deleted posts, discovering hidden references to water, silence, and shadows. They began to connect the dots to a system where speaking the truth can cost your life. Transition. And yet, the question remained, was Menglong simply a victim of circumstance, or did he know exactly what he was exposing weeks after US death? A photo surfaced online. It showed one of his unreleased paintings, a large canvas of a faceless man standing beneath a blood-red moon. At the bottom, a single line written in brush-stroke Chinese, "Art remembers what power tries to forget." That image went viral before being banned in China within hours. But the damage was done. The world had seen it. Fans began organizing digital exhibitions of his work across Instagram and X. Hashtags like Justice for Menglong and Artist Resistance trend worldwide. K-drama stars, directors, even idol fan bases spoke out subtly, using emojis of waves, water wave, and moon's full moon to honor him without triggering censorship. Behind the curtain, insiders say several of US closest friends, including an actress from The Legend of Whitesnake, were quietly questioned by authorities. No one dared to speak publicly. And yet, the silence said everything. It wasn't just about you anymore. It became about every artist who'd ever been told to shut up, every creative soul who'd been told what to say, what to feel, and what to hide. Beat. In a country where truth is a crime, Menglong's art was his confession. And perhaps, his final cry for freedom. Sometimes, legends don't fade, they're erased. Not by time. Not by choice. But by fear. Menglong's death reminds us that behind the glamour of the Asian entertainment world, there lies an invisible battlefield where artists fight not just for fame, but for truth. He wasn't just an actor, or a painter. He was a man torn between beauty and honesty, trying to express what words could not say. And maybe that's why his story hurts so much.